the Expert is sponsored by Synergy Home.
We're here with Jamie Clark of Synergy Home. He's our Ask the Expert. And Jamie, today we're asking the question, how hot is it in our attic?
Yes. So last week we broke 95. Heat index was well into the hundreds. My guys were measuring attic temperatures at 150 degrees.
Woo!
Now, here's the problem with that, is your air conditioner, the returns going in from the ceiling, goes through the air conditioner and we cool the air 20 degrees. That's all. If we have to run that 30 or 40 feet through a 150 degree oven, by the time it comes back out, it might only be 10 degrees.
Right.
You lost 50% of what you paid for. That's why your system's running all the time, nonstop, never turning off, and may not even be keeping up with the upstairs. So, that's a very old school way to do it. Most of the attics in central Kentucky, they've got soffit vents down here where your gutters are, and they've got what we call roof pots at the top. And the whole thought is like a chimney. We're gonna draw in air from outside that's gonna cool that 150 degrees, and it's gonna take it out with it, right? So that concept makes a lot of sense, but you can't really cool a 150 degree attic with 95 degree air. That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
So that's why at Synergy, we don't do this. We've known since the 80s that this is not how we should do HVAC. We want to go in and instead of having insulation on the floor, which is what most of us, we go in and we spray foam insulation on the attic. We close off the roof pots. We close off the soffit vents. We're creating a semi-conditioned environment. And instead of your attic being 150 degrees, don't you think it would make a lot more sense if that attic was only 84 degrees?
Yes.
Yeah, so typically when we spray foam encapsulate an attic, it's only 10 degrees hotter in the attic than it is in the living space. Now, if your air conditioner is cooling the air 20 degrees, do you think it's gonna be more successful running through an 84 degree attic than a 150 degree attic? Yeah, so we're smarter, right? We've known this for 40 years. This is not new technology. And 90% of the homes built today are still using this old method, which we literally devised in the 30s and 40s, So we really encourage people we can go and retrofit. It's very surgical. We can come in, vacuum out all the old nasty stuff. We've talked about some of the gross things we've pulled out of attics. I just saw snake skin in one the other day that I walked in, and it's like, when you see the skin, you're like, where's the snake that left it?
Exactly.
So that's always a concern. But believe it or not, when we go in and encapsulate, we also lower the dust in the house. My customers tell me anywhere from 50 to 70%, because depending on how your house is built, a lot of the dust, especially on the second floor, is actually that insulation that's finding its way out of the attic into the HVAC system. One old-fashioned can light, will waste 20 hours of furnace runtime in a winter, but it also sucks in fiberglass into the living space. So all these things we know, all these things we can fix. So if you want to have an expert come in and tell you how we can make your house, people will call us wanting a new air conditioner, and we realize that we can encapsulate their attic and they don't have to have a new air conditioner. And by the way, it's half the price. So let's talk about it. Give us a call at Synergy Home, 859-687-0553 or mysynergyhome.com.
Today's Ask the Expert was sponsored by Synergy Home.
All right, well, there you go. Synergy Home's information is on the screen.